I want to talk about our upcoming program and maybe just explain what we've been doing in programming and in general. But hopefully most of you were at, or at least had heard about our first event, and I think that that's a good representation of what the vision at this moment, as we're sort of almost more like a film society in search of a home, an inevitable home, which is where we showed the original Willy Wonka. We showed Wasteland, which was an Academy Award nominated documentary, a film nominated this year, the first time the film had played in the state of Connecticut. We showed Big Night, which was really a way to talk about the themes of our initiative, which are really about community and bringing people together, and also in some way the idea of just going out for dinner as a movie. As some people say, with the modern economy, it's become dinner or a movie as opposed to dinner and a movie, and also with the idea that there's no movie theater in town. And we showcased two of our restaurants in town, Don Pietro's and Dunville's. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we'll just say played to the more progressive aspects that have always been part of Westport, at least traditionally. So I think when you look at that and what I'm going to say, what we plan on doing in the future, I think it's a way of sort of saying our movie theater is going to have everything. It's not just a garden cinema, though there certainly will be an aspect of that, and it's not just a bow tie, and it's not just a repertoire, but it's all of that. It will be a place for people to come and have private showings. It'll be a place for special screenings because we have such a wealth of individuals and personalities in town that can showcase movies around what they do for a living, or people actually in town that work in the arts or in the community. And I think that's what we're trying to do as we move forward, is have this balance where we're not shutting anybody out, especially as we move into the fundraising aspect of what we're doing, so that people know that it's not just a movie theater for any particular type of group that likes to go to movies. It's a movie theater for everybody in town, for whatever movies that they like to see. Our next event or movie is July 18th. It's going to be at the Levitt Pavilion. It's Grease sing-along. We are going to have some opening acts. We're going to have a band. We're going to have some dancing. We're going to have great, fun sort of carnival and movie food there. We're going to have Touch a Car, like Touch a Truck. We're going to have some old 50s cars there, and it will be a real event. And we hope that not only that you come, but obviously you get people to attend. I think that's important now is that these movie screenings are attended, so that when we sit down with people who we're going to ask to give us the money for this, that we can say there is a desire that for a movie theater, that people want to go to movies in Westport. In the fall, we're planning on a couple of other things that we're in the works on. One that I can mention is it's the 35th anniversary of Annie Hall, and we are going to have a gentleman named Brian Hamill and a special celebrity guest that we will name maybe by the time that the Grease event comes along. Brian Hamill was Woody Allen's on-set photographer for basically everything from Annie Hall through every I think Everyone Says I Love You, that era, the Manhattan era. He also happened to work on Raging Bull, Big, about 80 movies. His brother's Pete Hamill, who just coincidentally had been a few years ago honored at the Westport Public Library. So that is one event, and then we're looking about possibly doing some things around the election, around the holiday, where same thing, where we would bring in someone to have a Q&A after the movie to make it a little bit more of a special event. But that's basically what we're trying to do. We're listening to all sorts of suggestions and trying to see what the community would like to see. We're trying to get new movies, as we have done twice with the documentary Wasteland and another documentary that we showed about a month ago that was a movie that's still in theaters.
His film. He's being shy,
right.
making the boys.
It was a movie that we that was still playing, actually, I think in San Francisco. The week it showed here, it opened in San Francisco. So it was a current movie, well reviewed, that was pretty well attended. So, but that's the idea. We're trying to keep it open and diverse, just like I think our community itself.